Antony Fangary. Woo, woo, woo. Antony is a poet, is a Coptic-American poet, educator, and artist living in San Francisco. His poetry has recently appeared or is forthcoming in the Oakland Review, New American Writing, Interim, the Sycamore Review, West Branch, and elsewhere. His paintings have been featured in art shows around San Francisco and LA. His chapbook, HARAM, was published by Etched Press in 2019. His work has received support from the San Francisco Arts Commission, Yerba Buena Center for the Arts, and recently, the National Endowment of the Arts. Antony holds a Master's of Fine Arts from San Francisco State University and a Bachelor's of Arts from University of California, Davis. Let's give it up.
All right.
Thanks, Kevin, for putting this together. Appreciate it. See a lot of friends, a lot of new faces, some enemies. So the poem I'll be sharing from someone else is by a poet named Salma Sharif. This poem is called Reaching Guantanamo, and it is an exercise on redaction. A lot of prisoners are held in Guantanamo Bay, and their letters are redacted in like this almost inhumane way. So this is a persona poem as the lover of someone in Guantanamo Bay. And we're talking about gaps, so it's part of it. Dear Salim, love, are you well? Do they? You? I worry so much. Lately my hair, even my skin. The doctors tell me it's, I believe them. It shouldn't. Please don't worry. In the ear, and moths have gotten to your mother's. Remember? I have enclosed some, made this batch just for you. Please eat well. Why did you me to remarry? I told, and he couldn't. I would never. Love. I'm singing that you loved. Remember that line that went, I'm holding the, just for you, yours. So she's an amazing writer. That is from her book, Look. This is called Dear France. France. Fuck you. Okay, that's not the poem. Dear France, you're an old excuse for a new country, a thief of a timepiece, keeping tabs on nothing but drywall, but myself, an apple rotting from the seed, a dieback, collapsing trees. This one is called, this is called Khuf, which is Arabic for fear. Never forget your mother woke you that morning. You ran to the TV. She said explosions. A tower collapsing into itself. A structure of sand. Aware where you stood. How flags can flash like hammers. How fabric and color can beg. Never forget learning you were Arab. The first time letters collapsed onto you like soil. Never forget hating yourself, your food, your music, name, what burnt knuckle hair smelt like when your mother dyed her hair blonde, plucked your eyebrows into slivers. Never forget the wet wrinkle of her scream when the second tower fell. That it meant something was to come. Your parents changed their names, airplanes, random security checks, being accused of trying to start a caliphate. Learning the word caliphate. The photo of Pope Shenouda. The trigger pull that followed. Never forget learning about Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Palestine. How you, your Persian friend, and your Afghan friend started a tagging crew called Arabs with Attitude. even though none of you were Arab. White kids wanted to join. You told them they had to get jumped in. How easily abdomens give to driving knees. How pink white flesh can flush when they first said never forget, and how bad you wish they would. When your friend's dad said they need to just nuke all the fucking Arabs. How stiff his jaw looked. The terror in your father's eyes when he saw you wearing a shirt that said diamond in Arabic. How he calls you every time there's a mass shooter. How he begs you to shave your face. How 14 people were killed near your house in San Bernardino. And he begs you to shave your face. Never forget when your father told you that we deserve this. We changed the way the world travels. No other people have done this before. We have nothing to be proud of. This is Dear America. Fuck you. Dear America, I was 17 and blacked out, relieving myself on a tree, and you tackled me. It was poetic. The red and blue lights flashing with the warmth of urine on my leg. The cop's knee into my spine. I was American. For the first time, I was yours. Thank you. This is Dem, which is Arabic for blood. So I'm going to be saying cops, but that's C-O-P-T-S, as in Coptic people, not cops as in police, because I'm not going to write a poem about police. Dem, that's blood. There were soldiers outside of the monastery in Old Cairo the day after Christmas, barricades, metal detectors, AK-47s at hand with an extra clip taped or zip-tied upside down so they could reload faster when the militants come. Tattoos of Coptic crosses on the right wrists are the only way to tell us apart. My bare wrists made them weary, as martyrdom stains faith, blotched in blood, ink, names, altars. The red represents the bloodshed wool. We wrap ourselves in the fabric of our dead sheep. Militants stop buses full of cops, unload in the middle of the Sahara, buses full of brown eyes, curly hair, just like theirs, melon balled raw. Empty shells and empty eyes peppered across strands of sand. We wear martyrdom like perfume. Children carry the names like petrol to skin, like extra clips taped or zip-tied upside down. Thank you. Dear diary, her mother asked, does he smell Arab? I imagine sour cream, rusted leather. If it's like a sentence, you don't gotta clap. This is Dear Diary. A white writer in San Francisco said I was lucky to have all this culture to write about. I was a performance piece to him. I was art, sexy, colorful, exotic, spotted, loud like a misplaced auxiliary tip. The kind of art you look at and say, I could have done that if. Like this culture is more than burnt hair, American flags, and new names. Then I'll read one more. Or two more, sorry. It's short though. Haram, that means like forbidden in Arabic. My mother was 100 miles south of Death Valley when Karaz grazed her belly. The monastery was modest still. A couple Coptic churches peppered across a few dozen acres of the California desert. We ask you to grant us your peace, our Savior. Save us and spare our souls. My father was proud of my skin when I was born. My mother says he showed me to everyone in the hospital. A brown man with a son, white as an ostrich egg. Look, Lord, with merciful eyes at my weakness and my disgrace. Karaz traced a cross with olive oil on our wrists and foreheads the last time my father visited the monastery. He tried to kiss the bishop's hand, but he pulled away before his lips could warm meek flesh. We pushed home in hush. The sun sunk into my skin by the time I was 5. My father felt betrayed. He hated the tint of his own flesh, how it resurfaced in his kin like a bloated corpse. And